What's up, guys, and thanks for checking out my YouTube channel called Poor Man's Paradise, where I like to make videos about riding dirt bikes and spending less money doing so. And we're going to be talking about this 2018 Suzuki rmz450 I've been riding, and some inexpensive ways to modify the bike and make it better there without breaking the bank too badly. Starting with the bike itself, I purchased this bike brand new for $56.88 before tax and everything, and I've heard people getting even better deals than that on these bikes here. They just released pictures of the 2021 model, and it looks exactly the same, save for some graphics there. So it's probably gonna be another year of the same bike, but you can get it for cheap, you know, way cheaper than the other brands is a big advantage there. And if you were watching pro racing yesterday there at Loretta Lynn's, you know, you probably saw just how good these bikes are capable of doing there, despite what some people will claim online or some magazines will tell you in their shootouts. But anyways, talking about magazines, when they do a bike build, they'll give you a big list of different parts and stuff they had done to the bike, you know, and how much money it costs, and it's usually pretty expensive there. So like I said, I started with this bike here, which is a purchase price of under $6,000. And then I just want to talk about some of the different things I've done and in the process of doing here. Starting with this little mod here, just adding some holes into the airbox here. These ones are covered up by the side number plate, but I've seen people, including JGR team, add 2 holes here, and then even take the side number plate and cut this little plastic piece off here, allowing more air volume into the box there. They say that's a good way to just boost power on this bike. You can also take the stock muffler and remove a baffle that's inside. There is another free mod you can make to increase the power on this bike. As you can see, I've gone with a Yoshimura. This is an RS4. So what I did to keep the price down on my exhaust is I decided to buy a used one that I found on Facebook Marketplace there, because I figured, hey, if you buy a brand new one, which is about $615 plus tax, it's going to look used pretty damn quickly there. So I spent $310 after shipping for this, and then a header that I still need to go pick up. So that's on the to-do list, is to install the header. So got a full exhaust for pretty much $310 out the door there. And as you can see, this thing, I've already been riding on this thing for a number of rides, and you know, it looks great. You know, if I bought a brand new one, could have fooled you that I had paid the full price on it there. Getting back to free mods for this bike, going to be taking off these motor mounts and adding one 10 millimeter hole here. Some people have added 2 or 3 across here, but I'm going to start with one. Same thing with the airbox. You know, I can always add more later if I want. Another thing I read that you can do for free on these bikes, same thing here, add a hole here, I've heard done as well. But the other thing you can do to this bike for free is to put less torque on the bolts of the motor hangers. Apparently these are torqued at like over 56 foot-pounds, and Kawasaki's and Honda's are torquing theirs more closer to the 30. So I've heard it read also torque them less, less rigidness, less stiff feel, more flex in the bike there. So maybe another thing to experiment with there without having to spend any money. Another thing good to do to this bike is to get rid of the stock tires. The tires are quite heavy actually there, and I wasn't a big fan of them. The tires I went with here are Pirelli Scorpions. These were the cheapest tires I could find on eBay. They were $125 shipped for the set. Pretty damn good deal if you ask me, and they've held up pretty damn good. They work great on the hard stuff that I read out here. This is where I stay here on Rancho Pendejo. We got a sand track over there. You can kind of see over there I got a little jump under construction there, and then up behind me here got another track up there. And this thing does quite well on these tires. They're not great on sand, but for 125 bucks I really can't bitch too much about these tires. So the Pirelli Scorpions for 125 on eBay are definitely worth checking out. These bars here, these are Pro Taper Evos. Got these for 60 bucks on eBay, and they came with some different clamps and set of grips and everything. They're a pretty damn good deal. The grips I got here, the MX that I'm running, if you haven't tried these clamp-on grips here, the ODI clamp-on grips, man, they are so freaking durable. I used to run Renthal soft compounds, which are more comfortable than these. However, these have really held up quite well. They were about 20 bucks or so on eBay. And then same thing here. These levers, these fold-out levers that come in different colors. These were about 20 bucks. The front brake fit great. However, the clutch actually didn't fit into the little groove properly. I had to grind down to get it to fit in there properly, actually. And a buddy who just got a set for his rm450 had the same issue. So just a heads up, you know, if you see these on eBay, just know that they might not fit, and that was pretty irritating. Handguards were about 30 bucks. The service ones here, they come in all kinds of different colors. A lot of my friends were saying, oh, you got to get the metal ones here, because around here we have some single track and some cactus and stuff here. However, these have saved my hands from all kinds of things. I've gone down on them, and like the grips and the levers, they've been quite durable. They got some flex on them there, so definitely give the thumbs up for these handguards here. Definitely on the levers, definitely on the bars. Like I said, the levers, the clutch didn't fit right there, so you know, not gonna get a 5-star rating there. Got these little caps down here. We're only 10 bucks here. These are kind of cool. These are to make sure your fork doesn't catch and drag on ruts and stuff there. This here was a Pro X chain that was 60 bucks, I want to say, after shipping. It's held up really, really well, actually. I just took it off there. I'm going to clean it in some kerosene there, maybe replace it here too. But it's been a really good chain. The stock one sucked. It stretched really easy there. The stock sprocket has held up pretty good there, but getting ready to change that as well. Okay, so that's what I've done to the bike so far. Not spending too much. So let's talk about the stuff that might be going on here. So I got this pile of parts here. I was actually buddies with Josh Grant growing up, and he hit me up a few weeks ago asking me to get rid of a number of parts for him when he was actually on the Suzuki RMZ back in 2016 when he raced Daytona as a privateer. So I pretty much came up with a bunch of various parts here, and I've been selling a lot of them online on Josh's behalf there on kind of like a consignment deal. But there's a lot of these parts that I still have that haven't sold yet that I'm considering, you know, just paying for to put on here as long as they'll fit, including this Kevlar fiber skid plate here. Going to see if that fits today. We got the Galfer brake rotors there. There's an oversized front there, but in 2018 Suzuki went up to the 270 millimeter rotor, so going to see if that fits there. Got the little bit of Works connection bling there. We got the Pro Taper throttle tube, chain, and 51-tooth sprocket there. We got a set of the flex bars there. I'm considering about trying the flex bars there. And then the thing I'm most excited about are the X-Trig clamps here. You know, these were for a 2016, and I know there's some differences, you know, on the frames between the 2016 to 2018 RMZ. So the deal is, if they fit, gonna negotiate a price with Josh there. If they don't, they just go back up for sale again. Hopefully somebody buys them this time around. Same thing with the skid plate. You know, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit, but I know there's some changes still between the 2016 to the 18. You know, the change went, you know, from the 17 to the 18. They changed a lot of the bike there, so we'll see how these fit there. But basically, what I'm trying to utilize here is the power of the old homie hookup. You know, when you read these magazines, bike builds, they'll talk about, oh, you know, so and so hooked it up because we've known him forever or whatever. Is okay. Well, if they get to play by those rules, what's stopping us? So, you know, if you can buy something used because you found it for a good deal and it's going to be just as good as new, I say go for it. eBay has tons of awesome parts for not only this bike, but all kinds of bikes. You know, no matter what you ride, you can find some really awesome deals there on eBay to help accessorize your ride there. And then, of course, you know, if you got connections, use them. So that's where I am on my little project here. I'm excited to see what fits, and on top of that, I'm really excited to have the suspension redone by Factory Connection. They're going to have the forks and the shock revalve there, and on top of that, getting the longer linkage on the back there. Everyone says that's a must do to this bike. I'm going to be trying to put a bid on this Pro Circuit one I found on eBay there. He was asking 150. I'm going to see if he'll take 120 and bite at that there. The goal, of course, being to get exactly what you want for the bike with spending as little money as possible for the bike. So if you like Suzuki rmz450s, or you just like riding dirt bikes and making them better while spending less money on them, do me a favor, hit that like button, maybe even subscribe. If there's something I should really do to this bike that you think I'm going to be missing out on, please tell me so in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right, y'all have a good one now.